Hello guys and welcome back. So now it's time to create the chat screen. We know that as of now you can go to your profile and then you can view your friends. From there you can start the chat, or even inside here you can chat with them or unfriend. Okay, so these are the friends that they have accepted your friend request. Okay, so also when you go to this friend profile, if you want, you can unfriend. Okay, the one that we've just checked here, you can also unfriend. Okay, so now it's time to create the chat screen. So the first time you're entering a chat screen to your friend is through, if you go to view friends and then click on chat, or if you get in their profile and click on chat, and then after you've just sent like one message or so, you are going to find all your chats here. Okay, you don't need to go there. So now let's create that chat screen. First of all, let's go to here on a view friends, and then let's create this where this click event is. Let's navigate to the chat screen. Okay, so let's minimize those, and then let's create that screen first. So here we're going to say on the main screen here, right click, then new file. Let's call it chat screen .dat, and then let's create a stateful widget. Let's call this as chat screen. So here on the chat screen, for now, let's return a scaffold, and then that's okay. Let's just give it a body first, like that. It says chat, and then here it's a chat screen. Okay, so now let's go back to the friends list. So here, that's when we can click and go to the chat screen. So here it says, if it says friend view, we navigate to the chat screen. So let's uncomment this. So but here we want to send more arguments. Okay, so instead of this, we are going to send more arguments, not just one. Okay, so let's just let Copilot do it for us. So here we'll say navigate to chat screen with navigate to chat screen with the following argument. Okay, so one, friend UID, and then two, we want to send also the friend name and friend image, and then after that we also want to send the group ID, because we might be entering a group, but for the group ID we're going to send an empty string. Okay, so here we'll say 4. Instead of chat ID, we'll say group ID with an empty string. Okay, like that, and then let's have it send them. So here is navigate.push to chat screen with is getting the user ID, name, and image. Okay, so now we are going to receive these arguments in the next screen and then reuse them. Okay, so but let's not send them like this. We want to easily identify them. Okay, maybe Copilot will identify them back in the chat screen. Okay, so we are going to the chat screen like this with these 3 arguments. Okay, and then what we're going to do now is to copy this method, and then go inside the profile screen, and then also where we're navigating to the chat screen, where is that? Navigate to chat screen. Here let's send these arguments, but in here we know that these arguments are coming from user model .uid, user model dot name, and then user model dot image. Okay, So this is how we are sending, but I really don't want to send like this, because let's just send them as a map. Okay, so let's, instead of that, let's remove that and then create a map like that. We actually need to create there like that. Okay, so we are going to send them as a map like that, so that we can easily identify them. So let's remove that, because I don't like the way Copilot was sending them. So let's, instead of removing that, let's cut these, then let's remove this also. Then here we are sending as a map, yeah, like that. Okay, like this. So because in the next screen we are just going to look for this, this and this, then we get this data. Okay, but instead of this, let's create constants. Okay, so also let's not send them as friend ID, friend name, friend image, because they might be also a group. So let's give them a general name. So let's go to the constants first, and then down here let's create a static const. Here let's say contact UID. So let's copy that and then let's paste it here. And then also static const here, contact name, yeah. Then static const contact image. Okay, and then static const here, let's say group ID. Okay, so let's copy that and paste it here. All right, now we can use these constants. So let's first go in the profile. Instead of this, we are going to name it as a constants dot contact UID, and then also here constants, let's say constants dot the contact name, and then also here let's say constants the contact constants. What's the problem here? Let me just copy this. Constants dot the contact image, and then also here let me paste it, constant dot the group ID, because here we know we are not in a group. The reason why we are also sending a group ID, because we are going to reuse that chat screen even for the groups. Okay, so we want to navigate to the chat screen like this. Okay, not the way Copilot was doing it. Wasn't it could have been right, but let me just do what I know here. Okay, so this, and then let's go back to the friends list. Let's paste that even here. Okay, we want to navigate like that. So here we know that it's not constant, it's data. It's data. I mean, it's not user ID, it's data. Even here it's data. Okay, so this is how we are navigating to the chat screen with the arguments. So next, let's go to the main.dat and see if we have chat screen here. So we don't have chat screen as a route, so we need to add that. Let's say constants the chat screen, which will return our chat screen. Okay, that's it in the main.dat. We can close it, and then let's go in the chat screen now, the newly built chat screen. Here now we can receive the arguments. Okay, so get arguments passed from the friend list. Okay, or let's just say from previous screen. Okay, previous screen. So this is how we are getting the argument as a map. And then now let's set the argument here. friend UID. So here let's just put comments for one by one. Okay, so here let's say get the contact ID, contact UID from the arguments. Let's get that. So you can see now it's getting this. That's why I wanted the map, because we're just getting from this. Okay, contact UID, the same way we have saved in the friend list. Okay, we are getting from this string. Okay, if we just read this, we get this. Okay, so that's how we are getting. So here we get the contact ID, and then here it's going to continue. We're going to get the contact name. Next, we are going to get the contact image. Next, we should get the group ID. Okay, so it doesn't know what we want here. Let's just tell it again. Get the group ID from the arguments. Okay, now we have a group ID. So we know that right now it's empty, but if we are entering the chat screen from the group, it's going to be containing a group ID. So for us to know if we are in the chat screen because of the group ID, again, let's have a check. Okay, so here what we are going to check is let's just write a comment. Check if the group ID is now. Okay, so we can say is empty. Then we know it's not group chat. So here, if it is empty, then it's a chat with a friend. Okay, then it's a chat with a friend. Okay, else it's a group chat, and then it will get that. So here it will just check if is group chat, is going to get this is empty, it's going to return true. Okay, if it's group chat, so it will just check if group chat dot is empty, this is going to be false. Okay, then it's not group chat. Or what we can do, we can just change this to is not empty. Okay, like that. So if it's group chat, which means group chat is not empty. Okay, this is now clear to me, in my opinion. Or else we can just also just put the boolean here. We can say if it is not empty, then it's true, else it's false. Okay, we can do like that, or we can remove this too. Okay, but anyway, let me just leave them like that. So this is how we are getting the arguments. And then also now in the app bar here, this title, we are going to give it the correct title depending on which screen you are in. Okay, if we are in a group, we are going to put the group name and then maybe the members list down, the few that we can show. If it's a chat screen with a friend, we are going to put our friend's image, our name, their name, and the status, if they are online or if they are offline. That's what is going to happen in this app bar. Okay, so now here in the body, let's return a safe area here, or what we can do is we can return a column. Okay, let's return a column here. So in this column, the first child is going to be an expanded widget. Okay, so instead of this, let's have an expanded widget. So the child of this let's remove this as well. So this expanded widget, that's where we're going to put our list of chats. Okay, so here we're going to have a chat messages list. Okay, so once we do that, let's move that down. Copilot can create the dummy list of messages here. So let's have it do it. Let's see. Okay, so since it's not doing it, let's just put some dummy messages here. Let's go back like this, and then let's put a list. list view dot builder, and then something like that. So it has done something like that. And then what's missing here, we're missing an extra bracket like that. And then after this list, down here we're going to have a text field. Okay, so we're not going to put a divider like it's suggesting. Let's have a text field here. Okay, text, we can use a text form field for now. So this is where we are going to be entering a message, and then here let's put another extra bracket. So this is a chat list. Now we can test it. Let's use this one. This one restarts faster, so let's just run it first. Let me cancel, it's not selected. This is a Pixel 6. Then now let's run it. Alright, the application has started. Let's go here, and then we can view friends, and then from here now we can click on chat. So you can see this is a basic chat screen starting up. Okay, so this is just a dummy message that the Copilot has just 1 to 20 item which says message at index. Okay, so this will be the chat screen. Now what we need to do here is, first let's display the correct app bar here, and then this chat field, this text field, this we are going to create the separate class for this, because there's a lot of things that's going to be happening here. We have to send an audio message, we have to send an attachment, so we are not going to have it here. Even this chat list, we are going to create a separate class for the list of chats. Okay, so now the things that we can create here, I think even the app bar, let's also create the separate class. So let's first start with the app bar, and then we can go after the app bar, we can come to make this. Okay, this bottom field. Okay, so for now let's start with the app bar.